Yeah, I'm gonna miss it too, honey. It lived a good life. It could have lived a longer one.
It didn't live a good life. No, I don't know.
Well,
although good things don't last long, I guess.
Which is sad. But anyway, let's talk about it. Hi guys, welcome back to the CharmingAnalysis channel and podcast. I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And today, so basically, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur ended, but for some reason they didn't make it a season 3. They basically made it a season 2B.
To be continued.
Stop it. So, do you want to basically call it season 3, or do you want to just call it season...
I'm going to call it the second half of the season that they didn't release.
Okay, so for clarification... Basically, this is just a podcast going over the last of Moon Girl, since we didn't get it before. Right, honey?
Yes.
So it's basically 2B, in a sense. So a bunch of stuff has come out for Moon Girl. So let's get that out of the way first. So the first thing we're going to talk about when regarding this is actually a banned episode that they basically came out with, but they didn't actually come out with. It was all done and ready to go. And because of a lot of recent events, I guess is the best way to put it, they decided to can the episode.
They were being pussies. They pussied out, which is the worst thing that you could be.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
So, because we don't know when this banned episode was supposed to be placed in, they didn't really have a placement for it in the lineup. We're going to go over the banned episode first, and then we're going to go over the series and the shorts. Sound good?
Yes.
All right, so the banned episode is basically about one of Lunella's friends. I cannot talk. Oh my goodness.
Fries.
Stop. Basically, one of Lunella's friends, for those who don't know, is trans.
Who just happens to be trans.
She is a trans woman. And apparently, they were going to a game, and the rival coach finds out that she should have been a part of the boys' team instead of the girls' team, even though she's clearly a woman. Anyway, so basically it's about Lunella's friend coming to terms with her transgenderism and basically trying to get back at the homophobic coach. Is basically the best way to put it. Here's the funny thing, and this is what I've noticed, because this series is not new to discussing LGBT topics.
It's discussed more times, I guess, than...
it's discussed more in, the series more than a bunch of other ones. At least that I can think of for the Disney Channel. Besides the Owl House discussing it pretty much, this is the only other Disney show that has really discussed LGBT topics. Are you having her smell Jay plushie?
Yes.
My goodness.
Adorable. Because it smells like me.
You silly.
But it's...
So here's the thing.
It's very BIPOC. Very BIPOC. Very, inclusive.
Yeah, this show
it literally had an episode talking about genderfying the neighborhood. I think we can have a trans episode, but they wanted to pull it because they were pussies. And even then, the episode is fine. It's not anything
it's not anything dramatic or anything. Yeah, they're not in your face about it.
Fine.
I'll explain some other stuff really good. Literally, they introduced 2 non-binary characters. For those who don't know, non-binary is technically a part of the transgender umbrella. They included that. They, literally, there's 2 non-binary characters in the show. One of Lunella's friends is also non-binary.
It's because you can't have a trans woman in sports. That hits too close to home. Even though that doesn't apply.
And literally
to every person watching the show.
And here's the thing, this character has been introduced before.
Yeah.
She's basically been in a lot of episodes. I need to actually look up this character's name so I can,
But it's a stupid the episode itself is good. But now that there's technically that is a lost or found piece of media, it was banned for stupid as fuck reasons. I'm just more upset.
Her name is Brooklyn.
I'm upset, legit.
So here's the thing, so I looked up her name. Her name is Brooklyn. So here's the thing. Brooklyn has been in several episodes. Mm-hmm. She's literally one of the, I guess, main side characters, if you can consider that a thing. She's, been introduced in a bunch of episodes. Mm-hmm. This is the first time we actually find out she's trans. I see that, honey. Mm-hmm. I see she's doing that. She's pretty. Anyway, so we're familiar with this character, but as soon as they mention that she's trans, we're gonna just not do the episode. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. They're very subtle about it. Pretty much. They're very subtle about it. Example.
What do you mean?
They're subtle, but they're not, in your face about it.
What are you talking about? They literally just say they're trans.
I meant besides that. For the fact that they said they are trans, the only other stuff that in the show that shows it is
they
literally
say that they're trans.
And they also have...
that's not subtle, but it's, not over-exaggerated. It's hey, I'm trans. Okay, cool.
They also had
should be playing
a few trans stickers on, a few places. And they also had the trans flag colors in, one of the battle sequences, along with the black gay flag.
Look, I'm just going to slip to the part that is Disney, and Disney does not give a shit. They really do not give it. You looking for Disney to rep any type of minority group, good luck. They're not going to do it with sincerity. Okay? That's how I look at it. Disney is a company. They want to sell you things, mainly. And that's pretty much what... And selling things will go over anything, creativity, or what people actually want to say.
I understand that,
Look,
but it's
I understand that representation is important, but you're probably not going to find it in a typical Saturday morning TV Disney show.
It's just honestly fucking sad. Other than that, the episode is honestly a great episode. I'm sad we don't get to see more. Literally after this supposed episode, we never really see Brooklyn again, except for, a few clips here. And, literally in one of the last scenes in Moon Girl. That's when we see her. We only see her in cameos after this. She's basically wiped from existence after this. Minus a few things here and there. It's kind of
it's what it is.
But
it's a banned episode for stupid reasons. And I watched it. I thought it was good.
I watched it too, and it was probably one of the best episodes we've seen.
So was the rest of this season. I think it was really good.
All right, before we talk about the rest of the season, do you want to rate the band episode, or you want to wait till the end?
I'll wait till the end.
Okay. So yeah, if you do want to see the band episode, because you're not going to find it on Disney Plus, trust me, we have tried. Mm-hmm. It's on archive.org. So I do suggest going to archive.org if you do want to see the episode in its entirety. Because we both watched it when we found out about it. Mm-hmm. So we already know what happens. So that's where you can find it, that episode at least. And now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the main series. Mm-hmm. So what did you think of 2B? What did you think of it?
I thought it was really good. It was basically mainly filler episodes. Which, Moon Girl has not been, what is it called?
New to?
Yeah, pretty much. Moon Girl has just been mostly filler episodes, mainly. But
they do have a purpose.
Or just slice-of-life episodes. Yeah, because they're funny.
Yeah.
They're funny, and they're entertaining, and I like watching them, and it's just basically a comic. It's basically just a comic.
A superhero comic.
Yes. With issues, and each episode is an issue. And, I don't... That's fine. I like it like that, It didn't go all too dramatic like I was fearing it was gonna do.
This is bad.
It was just. Oh my goodness!
I had to move him. I don't want to get dirty.
He's already dirty.
Anyway,
but
continue.
Yeah, but I liked it. I honestly liked the rest of the episodes overall, even though I still think season 1 is probably stronger out of the 2 seasons. But man, I would recommend, if you're looking for a fun, if people are looking for fun comic book shit, which I know a lot of people are really tired of comic book shit at the moment. I don't know, if you're looking for something that is Marvel adjacent or something like that.
You like Marvel, but you don't want to get into the normal superheroes.
You don't want to get into all that fucking movie lore, okay?
If you want to get into some simpler shit, this is definitely a good show to start off with.
Yeah,
I think it's really good.
This is the one that the spin-off shows, the other Marvel spin-off shows, the other animated ones that they've been doing.
Yeah.
That are adventures of, I don't know, name any Marvel character. I think this one probably beats all of them because honestly, it's basically, it has a comic, but it's an original property.
It does have a comic book, but it's a lot different than the TV show. The TV show does a lot more different things, and they have other characters that are in it.
They basically are just 2 different characters at this point, from what I've heard from the rendition of the comic.
Yeah.
And they made it more black, which I appreciate.
Definitely.
A lot, definitely. And it's just, I don't know.
You learn a lot from this show, honestly.
Fast animation, honestly, really great animation that, what's the one?
Is it the same people that did Monkey Kid?
Yes.
It's one of the same companies that did Monkey Kid in its earlier seasons. I think it was Bad Monkey, Bad Dog, something.
Dog, I think so.
Flying Dog?
Yeah. Oh, Flying Bark.
Flying Bark, that's what it was.
Yeah,
it's the same people.
Really, it's just, they produce some good shit.
They basically did the earlier seasons of Monkey Kid. So if you like that style and also Rise of TMNT, you'll like the style of Moon Girl.
Yeah, definitely. I just really enjoyed. I just really enjoyed it.
I did too.
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the especially the Lunella's I guess relationship to pretty much anyone around her. She's just she is a really positive, great role model character.
Yeah, and she's only 13.
For for a 13-year-old being a 13-year-old black superhero. It's just such a good fucking character that doesn't have to rely on any stereotypes. It actually just,
they do a really good job with representing her.
It integrates it to where it's just not being
over stereotyped or overdone.
Yes, pretty much.
And here's the other thing.
It's just so great. It's legit, just a nice superhero family show, and I don't see that at all. Even I'm not even a big superhero fan.
Same here. Me and Jay don't really get into Marvel or DC and stuff. But I will admit, as someone who's not a Marvel person, this is a fucking great show.
And this is what I normally come down to. It's hey, you made superhero a comic. This is based off of a superhero comic. What am I mainly gonna look at? I'm gonna mainly look at the art. I'm gonna mainly look at if it's funny or not. And
also, here's the other thing.
It checked those 2 boxes, so I'm good. I'm really good.
Yeah. Also, here's the other thing. This is one of the only Marvel shows that I can think of that also does something new with the content that they got from the comics. There's a lot of characters in this series that aren't in the comics. Mimi's grandma, basically Mimi's not Mimi, but basically Casey's into this, Casey is part of the series, including a couple other characters. But I genuinely did like this show. It's a great show, and I'm sad that it only got 2 seasons, even though This season had 24 episodes.
Small packages.
But here's the thing. Like, we found out, like, literally half a year ago that the series got canceled, but they finally released the other half of the show. It took them a year to fucking release the other half of the show. Mm-hmm. Which I genuinely find crazy.
Yep. And
I actually really like how the ending of it came about. I do wish we got more seasons. To kind of at least...
Welcome to streaming, baby, where your creative mind does not compute to the fact of whether or not you get ratings.
It fucking sucks.
It sucks. It's stupid. Goodbye, cable. Goodbye, long-running TV shows.
And here's the thing. Like, I feel like if they did add more stuff, we could have expanded on, like, more of Lunella's, like, adventures and stuff. More about her, you know, navigating through life and stuff like that. And I will say, for what we did get, they did a fantastic job of rounding it out. Like, honestly, the ending was, like, fucking great, in my opinion. Like, it was honestly great. Basically, the ending of the series is Lunella, I guess, is she working for the Avengers or just Nick Fury?
S.H.I.E.L.D.
She's basically working for S.H.I.E.L.D., which is honestly crazy. Because... Especially because of how the relationship between her and S.H.I.E.L.D. was throughout the series. I never thought I'd see the day where those two would actually come together and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They always kind of had, like, butting heads. So it's kind of nice to, you know... What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
It's kind of nice to see them round out the relationship between them at the end. But yeah, like... This show is severely underrated, in my opinion. Pancake, what are you fucking doing up there? I literally see Jay, like, giggling at, what are you doing? Anyway, back to what I was saying. This show is severely underrated. Mm-hmm. I barely hear people talk about this show.
Yeah.
And it's honestly sad. Like, this show deserves more recognition.
Sad. Why do you
And especially because it's fucking Marvel. Like, this is one of the only Marvel shows...
I don't give a shit about Marvel anymore.
I know, but it's sad. Like, this is one of the best Marvel shows I think I've ever fucking seen. Honestly.
And also, this thing was barely advertised. So.
That too. Like, they barely fucking advertised it. It's kind of like the same treatment they got with Owl House, except with Owl House, they still got a third season, but it was basically made up of specials. Moon Girl basically got, like, 24 episodes to season 2.
That's a shame.
And kind of just, like, dropped it from there.
I would have rather had Moon Girl.
At least get a
finish.
season 3.
I would have rather had Moon Girl finish than Owl House.
I get that. I know that. But still. Basically, they did a similar thing to what they did with Owl House, except Owl House basically got a season 3 made up of, like, 3 specials, while they basically just continued season 2, even though this is clearly season 3. They just don't want to label it as season 3, in my personal opinion. But anyway, do you have anything else to say about it before we give our rating? Wait, actually, we gotta talk about the shorts.
Oh, they're cute.
So there is 8 shorts, and the shorts all have to do with, like, a science topic. So basically the shorts are made up of, like, 2 to 3 minute episodes, I guess is what you can call them. And it's basically about Lunella talking about different types of science stuff, like light, Newton's law of motion. You also get to hear her talk about plants. Basically sciencey shit.
Yeah.
You basically get to hear her talk about a science topic, make a song out of it, and then basically defeat the villain.
It's cute.
And I liked the shorts. I thought they were nice, short, sweet, to the point. And they're very cute. They're very cute, like, shorts. There's not much animation to them. But for what we did get, it did turn out good. There's only 8 shorts, and they're a separate thing from the series. It's called Moon Girl's Lab kind of thing.
What are you doing? Oh, yeah.
But yeah, sorry, Jay was doing something. I didn't want to say what that something was on camera. Because I don't want to do that. Because he's my bean and I love him. Anyway. So that's basically all of the Moon Girl content we got left. We basically got a banned episode, which I feel like should have not been banned in the first place. And we should have just fucking had the episode. We had at least, I think, 10 episodes, which was a lot more than I thought we were going to get. Because I thought we were only going to get like 4 to 6 episodes from what you told me. Mm-hmm. But the fact that we actually got 10 was actually not bad. I genuinely thought we were going to get less than that. So I'm happy that we actually got 10. And then we got like 8 shorts. So that's basically all of the Moon Girl content. So what did you think about Moon Girl overall? Like, do you feel like its ending was premature? Do you feel like they could have done better with stuff?
I like that you answer me all these questions when there's nothing to change about it. I
like to ask and get your opinion. What's wrong with that?
Well, my own opinion is the fact that I wish it could have gone on to where it could have gained a bigger audience.
Yeah, at least give us like a third season.
But I feel like a lot of these things aren't really toned to get bigger audiences unless you're
a fan of the original material.
No, like if you're just unless you're a full-on comedy and your animation is very simple, you're not going to last very long.
I also will say that I'm actually happy we also got closure with the Beyonder, because I'm not going to lie, I hated him for the first half of the series, but after like the end of season 1, beginning of season 2, I actually started to like him a lot more. And I'm happy that they finally rounded out his character, and basically he's now part of Lunella's family, which I think is actually interesting. I didn't think that's where they were going to go with it, but hey, I'm happy about it. What about you?
He's pretty much a space Discord.
Pretty much. So basically picture Discord from My Little Pony, but in space. So much space.
But I did enjoy it. I'm sad that it's gone, but I'm also kind of happy that it's not dug into the ground to where I get annoyed with it and go home.
I get it.
So
still, like, I do feel like it could have benefited from one more season, but that's just me. Or at least, I feel like they could make more shorts. You never know.
We'll never know about that.
But hopefully this gives us a chance to hopefully one day see Moon Girl again in another form of content, hopefully. I feel like she deserves to have more stuff. Even if it's not
the whole show. Well, it's over.
Whole show?
Mm-hmm.
Well, season 2 I definitely give an 8.5 out of 10. It's honestly pretty solid. I don't remember what I gave season 1. You guys can watch our other review that we did for season 1. Overall, though, I feel like they did a fantastic job with this series. We get to see a young girl basically showing the world that you can make a difference, even if it's just in your community. And I feel like we don't get enough of shows like that. And I'm happy I actually got to witness it with my bean. And I would definitely watch the show again, because I thought it was great. The animation is honestly beautiful, and I'm sad that it kind of ended prematurely, in my opinion. But I do think the show is great, and I do think you guys should watch it. I highly recommend it if you're into basically like less popular superheroes. And if you really like Marvel stuff, I feel like you would like this, or you're trying to get into Marvel. I feel like this is a good way to start it. You get to start with just a character you really like, and then eventually can expand upon it if you really like Marvel. But I do hope we get to see more Moon Girl content in the future, because I feel like she deserves to have more done with her story. Please let her be in a future Avengers movie. Please!
No.
Oh my goodness.
They're done with that.
Anyway, I give the show in its entirety a 9 out of 10.
I greatly enjoyed it. What was the other? There was another Disney Channel show that I really liked.
If you say Spider-Man, I'm gonna be like, honey, there's like 30 fucking Spider-Man stuff.
Disney Channel show.
Okay.
What was the other Disney Channel show that I liked?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
Well, can you give your rating?
Was it Molly McGee? I didn't finish Molly McGee. I don't count that.
That's like kind of different, though.
But the thing I watched was really, really good. It was...
Well, Molly McGee was one we watched recently.
I'm really trying to think. I think between...
Well...
It really is. Because I like go back and forth. Moon Girl definitely cracks my top 3 of
Disney shows?
Yeah, Disney shows, honestly.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I might crack my top 10 of favorite cartoons of all time. I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
crazy. You need to make that a fucking video on your channel.
I like season 1 better than I like season 2.
You're always like that with series.
Yeah, but because, I don't know, it has less to lose in season 1. And then when the drama starts to pick up, it either is really good or just doesn't do it.
That's the shit I love. When we actually get to see the nitty gritty of the show, that's when I normally start.
That's when it starts to go all lore dumpy and it's not focused, and I feel like characters are out of place, or there's too many.
But that's what I like about it.
Characteristics from the previous seasons come into play in this one. It feels like the characters were set back.
Personally, for me, I like it when shows get into the nitty gritty and the lore. That's what makes me enjoy a show more.
But not at the cost of a character's dignity.
I get it, but
still. I really did enjoy it. So much so that I would definitely I would really sit back and watch it again because it's so fucking funny. It is so fucking funny. It's one of the funniest fucking cartoons I've ever seen.
At least for Disney Channel.
No, I mean in general. I think it's one of the funniest cartoons I've seen.
That's
in terms
crazy.
of physical, in terms of visual gags and it's just, oh my god, it's hilarious. I will watch it again. I would definitely watch it so many times.
So what do you give it out of 10? That's what I would like to know.
I would...
Also, the shorts I give,
I think I give it an 8.5.
You give it an 8.5?
Mm-hmm, the whole thing.
Yeah, I give it a 9. I think it's pretty solid, and I wish this show did get more support. Because I feel like they could have done a lot more with it. But that's just me. Anyway, also the shorts I give a 7 out of 10. Honestly, I like the shorts. But anyway, that's basically it for the podcast today. And also, I'm sad to see Moon Girl be finished, but at least we finally got to review the entirety of it. I'm just surprised that this is all we got left. Ain't that crazy? But yeah. Anyway, we got some more content coming soon, guys, so be on the lookout for that. And as always, I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out. Bye, guys.
Bye.